DC here. Hi guys. Well, I know it's still February, but what is next month? Next month is March. And what is in March? St. Paddy's Day. Why am I talking about St. Paddy's Day about something like 3 weeks ahead of time? No, 17th? Yeah, close to 3 weeks ahead of time. Well, a lot of times we talk about the fun of the Irish. What do you think? This is my little friend, the Belfast Bear. Okay, he's from up north. But it doesn't matter. The fun of the Irish, getting around a lot of blarney and drinking a few Guinness, a few pints and so on. What do you think, Mr. Dag? He's just over there wondering what's going on. Well, no, what I would like to see from all of you would be in the month of March, at least leading up to St. Paddy's Day. No, we don't have to be Irish all of a sudden, but we can have fun. Let's try and have a little bit of fun. Make some jokes, a bit of humor. Nothing like humor to make you smile and to feel good. Okay, so for that, I thought that we could, over the period, you can make them as video responses of this one if you want, but we could tell a few jokes. I'm reading a book right now, which is happening in Ireland. It's part of the Mitford series, for those of you who know Jane Karen. So it's about, a Presbyterian father or something who is now in this book, who's traveling right now in Ireland. And there was a nice little joke here, which I found kind of funny. Okay, so let's try this one. O'Shaughnessy had emigrated to America and done well for himself, being made acting foreman. Acting foreman? And with the grand rise in pay that they gave him, he decides to share his good fortune with the folks back home in Sligo. Or Sligo, how do you pronounce that? So he rummages about for a grand present for his old mom and dad, and settles on a lovely gold-rimmed mirror for the parlour. So he parcels and posts it, and before long, his old da is opening and looking into the mirror. "Come here, Mary," he says, "and see how our son is aged since he went to the Protestant country." And so the mother leans over the father's shoulder and looks in and says, "I'm not surprised at all. Look at the foul old hag he's been hanging around with." Oh, now that is hard, isn't it? Let's take a few more ones that are different. I pull out a few. A Catholic dog. Muldoon lived alone in the Irish countryside with only a pet dog for his company. One day, the dog passed away. Muldoon went to the parish priest and asked, "Father, me dog is dead. Could you be saying a mass for the poor creature?" Father Patrick replied, "I'm afraid not. We cannot have services for an animal in the church, but over down the road there's some Baptists. No telling what they believe. Maybe they'll do something for the creature." "Oh," Muldoon said, "I'll go right away, Father. Do you think 5,000 is enough to donate to them for the service?" Father Patrick exclaimed, "Sweet Mary and Joseph, why didn't you tell me the dog was a Catholic?" Oh. And this one I kind of find funny. Kind of gets the exaggeration of two well-known people. A Texan paid a visit to Galway, Ireland. He enters a pub and raises his voice to the crowd of drinkers, and he shouts, "I hear you Irish are a bunch of drinking fools, and I'll give $500 American to anyone in here who can drink 10 pints of Guinness back to back." I have to make a parenthesis here. When I was in England, a friend of mine drank 18 pints in one evening. The room is quiet, and no one takes on the Texans' offer. Paddy Murphy gets up and leaves the bar. 30 minutes later, he shows up and taps the Texan on the back and says, "Is your bet still good?" Immediately, the Texan says, "Yeah." And he orders the barman to line up 10 pints of Guinness. Immediately, Paddy downs all 10 pints of beer, drinking them all back to back. Everybody in the pub is cheering. And the Texan, well, he gives a 500 and looks in amazement. And then he asks old Paddy, "If you don't mind me asking, where did you go 30 minutes ago?" Paddy looks a little bit embarrassed and he says, "Well, I had to go to the pub down the street just to be certain that I could do it first." Yeah, those Irish. Let me see, do I have any other ones? Oh, how many minutes am I pushing on this one? 6 minutes. I'm going to keep some for another day. So, the whole idea, could you call this a tag? No, it's not a tag. It's for anybody who wants to have a bit of fun. To, share the blarney or whatever. Some people have been saying February has been a depressive month. Yeah, a depressing month. Maybe it was. March, coming up, and leading up to St-Paddy's, let's hear your best Irish jokes. What do you think, Mr. Belfast Bear? Yeah, he says it's a good idea. Well, guys, this will be DC and his little colleague. We'll be signing off. So, nothing special. No great philosophy in this vid. But, smile. Smile. It's good for you. It'll do you a lot of good. And a really good YouTube friend says something about a smiling face. Think about it.